Snipers, you have to see what's happening to the Bitcoin price this Sunday as our daily candle is trying to get above the $61,844 resistance level. We know if we're able to get above that, we have the previous all-time high at $64,855 as the next potential area that we can start to see price discovery for Bitcoin continue further. But since we've yet to get some strong candles above 61,844, we do want to start addressing the major support levels because notice here on the 6-hour chart, we've yet to get a full candle body and wick closing above 61,844. More importantly, the time frame that is more popular with retail traders here, the 4-hour chart, we've yet to get a full candle above this major level. So I had to get this video out to you guys before we started to see the next 4-hour candle open up, because if we start to see a full 4-hour candle open up above 61,844, the likelihood that we can start continuing into price discovery becomes a lot higher. But if we see any sort of a rejection, 58,353 is the major support. If that door opens, we have a potential gap here of about 15% downside that Bitcoin could see if we breach 58,353. So it's Sunday. The waters have been calm so far on the weekend. We know it's the most manipulated due to CME futures being closed, but we're starting to see traditional markets open up. So we'll start talking about what's happening there, but just realize the range that we're in, as I've been saying, is 58,353 and 61,844. Of course, if we can get above 61,000, then we can start to talk about the $64,855 resistance, but it's just so much more likely for us to come back above the previous all-time high if we just start getting candles like the 4-hour closing above 61,844. I want to make that very clear. Now, with the altcoins, we've had a thesis on this channel which has been very, very good, and that's the fact that altcoin season is slowing down because Bitcoin dominance is moving up. And notice how with Ethereum so far, we've yet to really breach this level of 4165, where we haven't seen much price action above this level. And we have some attempts of breaking this level with some daily candles trying to get above, but we've yet to really see strength here. And I think that a lot of that has to do with the Ethereum and the Bitcoin chart, of course, where it's starting to see some strength, but at the times that Ethereum needs it the most, it starts to pull back. We've yet to get above this monthly open, which I told you guys was the major level here for the Ethereum and the Bitcoin chart. We need to monitor this. If we get above this, it's a very positive sign for not just Ethereum, but all other altcoins being the leading indicator. But if we reject, it will strengthen the thesis that altcoins are either not going to be moving up just yet with Bitcoin continuing to price discovery, or there's a potential for some downside in the market. And that's why Bitcoin dominance is actually going up. We did get below the 200-day moving average, but we've stayed above the 20-week moving average, which is the most important support right now for Bitcoin dominance. So it still looks bullish. We cannot deny that fact unless we get below the 20-week moving average. And then the altcoins outside of Bitcoin and Ethereum, a lot weaker than the Ethereum to Bitcoin chart. So the environment, not just within Ethereum, but outside of it, is actually just not doing so well alone. And so we've yet to even get above the 100-day moving average. And that's quite expected because Ethereum is going to be the strongest altcoin. And so for Ethereum already at the 50-day moving average, but the altcoins outside of it not being able to get above the 100-day, that is a bearish puzzle piece for altcoins. So just keep that in mind. We've been very accurate with our altcoin predictions. And I love in the Discord, you guys are now posting the profits that you're making from some of our altcoin trades. There have been tons of opportunities with Bitcoin staying above 58,300. So we have the #1 cryptocurrency Discord community in the world. The link is in the description below. And if we pull up traditional markets, I want to start addressing the revolving parts. The DXY looks like it wants to calm down and push down somewhat further. We're still above the 50-day moving average. So let's watch this chart as we potentially come and test the 50-day. But with this calmness, it's allowing the S&P 500 to sit at its previous all-time highs, potentially going to move further up, making the environment for the cryptocurrency market to not necessarily see any sort of major volatility to downside a lot more likely, which is good. And so we want to see calmness or some sort of strength with traditional markets to assume that risk-on assets are in the favor of institutions with the overall market, since money likes to flow from different assets. But it never flows to, two places at once. So that's why, we cover all the markets to see where's the money flowing at the time. China is still below some of the moving averages, but I'm going to be watching gold here. It's trying to get above 1,800. If it gets above, that could be a breakout here for gold. Gold moving up shows that there's less confidence now in traditional markets like the S&P 500, and we're starting to see money flow into a hedge like gold, and that would be interesting for Bitcoin as well, because Bitcoin I would consider right now more correlated to the S&P 500 than it is to gold, but it is outperforming gold right now, which is something to note as well. So very interesting stuff here on a Sunday. Hope you guys are enjoying your Sunday, by the way. So 58,300 is the major support. And then we have 61,844 right now that we are fighting to get above. Getting above that starts to make the likelihood of the momentum coming back for Bitcoin at the upside a lot higher. But getting below 58,300 is going to be a big concern of mine if that happens. So thank you all for tuning in to Cypress channel today. Until next time, snipers out.